Oh man, here we go. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. I'm ready. New game. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero there is no event. In the waning years of the Third Era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Here we go. Many fall, but one remains.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
What a strange dream. My name is Fame.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
I sure do hope so. Why did they capture us anyway? Do you remember what happened?
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
Oh.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Alright. W and S move forward and back. A and D move side to side. And the mouse looks around. Damn, that's a huge ship.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Alright.
This is where they want you. And
Oh,
down to
man.
the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Oh man. Alright.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
I am from the Imperial City. Actually, no, I'm from Cyrodiil. And this is how I look. And I'm bald. I'm bald. A bald Imperial.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Alright. Do I just open the door?
Head on in.
Okay, alright.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay. Pick from class list. Archer, assassin. Hmm. Nightblade sounds cool though. You know what? Let's answer his
On a
questions.
clear day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Do not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about a strange animal that you've never seen before, or use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep, or draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust. I'll probably choose the first one because the other two, basically you kill it, I'm assuming. And the first one you don't. I mean, it's trapped. It will not survive long. I'll choose the first one. Choose the first one.
One summer afternoon, your father gives you a choice of chores. What would you rather do?
Go catch fish at the stream using a net and line, or work in the forge with him casting iron for a new plow, or gather herbs for your mother who is preparing dinner. I'd probably go fishing. I enjoy fishing.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush.
Make
What
up
do you do?
Make up an even more embarrassing nickname for him and use it constantly until he learns his lesson, or beat up your cousin and tell him that if he ever calls you that nickname again, you'll bloody him worse than this time. Or make up a story that makes your nickname a badge of honor instead of something humiliating. I'll beat him
There
up.
is a lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group of people called telepaths. They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe what?
I believe that loyal followers to the king have nothing to fear from a telepath. It is important to have a method of finding assassins and spies before it is too late. Or, this is a terrible practice a person thought are his own, and no one, not even a king, has the right to make such an invasion into another human's mind. Or in these times it is a necessary evil. Although you do not necessarily like the idea, a telepath could have certain advantages during a time of war, or in finding someone innocent of a crime. See, I like the first two options better, because the third option seems very self-serving and... not really self-serving, hypocritical, right? You don't really like it, but you're gonna do it anyway because, whatever reason. I think either you want to do it or you're against it are, in my opinion, the best choices you can make. So I'm gonna choose the first one. Loyal followers to the king have nothing to fear from a telepath. It is important to have a method of finding assassins and spies before it is too late. I'm a freaking overlord in the making, after all.
Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake, or pocket the extra money, knowing that shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge customers anyway. Or decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family. I would probably choose the first one because the other two choices just seem to, bring trouble in my direction. So I'd probably choose the first one. Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake. Besides, if you use the money for yourself or for your family anyway, it's just gonna be temporary, right? Once the money gets spent, you'll be back to where you were before.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
So either I pick up the bag and pocket it, knowing that the extra windfall will help my family in times of trouble, or I leave the bag there knowing that it is better not to get involved, or I pick up the bag and signal to the guards knowing the only honorable thing to do is return the money to its rightful owner. I'd probably choose, honestly, I'll leave the bag there because, like I said before, sometimes, it's too much trouble. It's gonna bring a lot more trouble in the long run. You're gonna benefit from it in the short term, but you're gonna get more trouble in the long run. That's what I believe. So I'll leave the bag there knowing that it is better not to get involved.
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
Either I accept his offer, reasoning that as long as the stables are cleaned, it matters not who does the cleaning, or I ask him to help me, knowing that 2 people can do the job faster than 1, and agree to help him with one task of his choosing in the future. Or I decline his offer, knowing that my father expects me to do the work and it is better not to be in debt. I would choose the third one, but not because my father expects me to do the work, but because it is better not to be in debt. And, this is actually a bad trade-off in my opinion, because, he's your friend, so he's helping you with this task, so he knows what's in store for him, right? He knows what he's going to help me with. But I, on the other hand, won't know what he will choose, for me to help him with in the future. So I think that's a bad trade-off anyway. So I will decline his offer.
Your mother asks
And do it
you to help
myself.
fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips its moorings and falls towards her. What do you do?
Either I push my mother out of the way, or I position myself between the pipe and my mother, or I grab the hot pipe and try to push it away. To be completely honest, if I was in this situation, obviously I wouldn't have enough time to think about what to do. And if I think, what I would do in the heat of the moment, without thinking, adrenaline is pumping, like something is happening, you have like a instant reaction, right? So my reaction would probably be grabbing the hot pipe and try to push it away. As stupid as it may sound, but that's probably the kind of reaction my body would, have to that kind of situation.
While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. What do you do?
Either I drop the sweet roll and step on it and then get ready for the fight, or I act like I'm going to give him the sweet roll and at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for me to get a shot in on the leader. Or I give him the sweet roll without argument, knowing that later this afternoon I'll take all my friends with me and I can take whatever he owes me. So I would probably choose the last one, but to be completely honest, when you're in my opinion, when I'm in this type of situation, the best way to react to it is by instantly reacting to it, right? So I'd probably choose the second one, because my reasoning is, if I take revenge later on, sure, I'll be able to do that, but his bully friends won't be with him, so they won't see the kind of consequences bullying could get them. So that's why my instinct would be to, instantly try and, get a shot in on the leader while his friends are with him, so they can see the kind of pushback they can expect when they are trying to bully someone. So yeah, that's what I would go with. Act like I'm going to give him the sweet roll, but then at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for me to get a shot in on the leader.
Entering town, you find that you are witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Either I stand aside and allow the man and mob to pass, realizing that it is probably not best to get involved. Or I rush to the man's aid immediately despite my lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Or I rush to the town's aid immediately despite my lack of knowledge of the circumstances. I would probably choose a fourth option, but it's not available, so I would probably mind my own business and let them just do whatever they're doing. What I would do though, if it were me, I would probably, honestly, I'd probably stay out of trouble as much as I can, because, at the end of the day, it's none of my business. But if something unreasonable is happening, like the village is bullying that person, or the person is, did something terrible to the villagers, I'd probably stay away either way. So yeah, stand aside and allow the man and mob to pass, realizing that it's probably best not to get involved. Your personality and past reflect a spell sword. Interesting. Alright, I'll accept this class.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I will choose Yatranek. The reason why is because this changes how the game plays completely. For people that have never played Morrowind, the way that you use magic in this game is you have magicka points, right? And they decrease the more you cast spells. And there are 3 ways to regenerate magicka. It's either by, drinking magicka potions, by resting, or by using spell absorption. But I believe there is another way, like using scrolls, but that's like very limited, or using items, I'm not sure. But basically, if you get the Yatranek, you can't get your magicka back by resting. You have to either drink a potion or have spell absorption while someone casts a spell at you and be lucky enough to absorb magicka from the spell. It adds a interesting dynamic to the game that I really like. So I will choose this, the Yatranek.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Fame, Imperial Spell Sword, and my sign is Yatranek. I have 45 health. Wow, that's nothing. 40 speed, 40 strength, 40 intelligence, 40 willpower, 30 agility. That's very bad. 50 endurance, 50 personality, and 40 luck. Block, restoration, long blade, destruction, alteration are my major skills. Blunt weapon, enchant, alchemy, medium armor, and axe are my minor skills. This is gonna be tough.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Alright. Read your papers by pressing the space while looking at them, then select take to pick them up. For release by Emperor Uriel Septim VII's decree to the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Name Fame. Race Imperial. Class Spellsword. Sign Socosius Ergala, agent of the Seydanine Imperial Census and Excise. 16th of last seed, birth era 427. Thank you. I'll take that. Like all menus, right click to use your new menu. You can click and move objects from the world to your inventory. This is one of my favorite things about Morrowind. Look at this. Look at this. This is awesome. I like this a lot. I wish they would bring it back in the newer games.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celes Gravis.
Alright. Thank you, guard. You should learn how to do combat. Pick up the dagger on the table by activating it with space. Equip the dagger by dropping it on your picture in your inventory screen. Or menu. Press F to pull out your weapon. Once your weapon is ready, hold and release the left mouse button to swing it. The harder you swing it, the more damage it does. The more fatigue you will drain. What they don't tell you is, the more fatigue you drain, the less of a chance you have to hit your opponent. So, fatigue is very important. Alright, one of the challenges that I've set for myself in this game is that I can't steal anything. So if I hover over an object and you see that the crosshair turns red, it means that it's owned. It means that if I take it, I'll be stealing it. So I will not steal anything. Even though this dagger is not counted as stealing, I'm not gonna take it. Also, because I've played this game many times, but it has been a while since I've played it, I'm playing on maximum difficulty. Just to make this more challenging and more fun for myself. Alright, let's go. You now have a map menu. It shows you the name of the place you're in and you're facing. There we go. Seydanine. You now have a magic menu where you can see all your power, spells, and magic items. Like all menus, right-click to use your new menu. Click the spell or magic item you want to make your active magic. Press R to ready your active magic, then click to cast. Nice. Press space to talk to the captain. Select topics to ask about them. Don't try persuasion on him. If you're not good at it, he will start to dislike you. What is my persuasion anyway? Personality is 50. That's pretty good. It's not that bad. Persuasion, it's speechcraft, right? Oh man, 15. Damn, that's so bad.
Your papers, please.
Of course. First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celos Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind. So this place is Morrowind, huh? Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man, but before you go, I have instructions on your duties, instructions from the Emperor, so pay careful attention. Uriel Septim? Yes, Uriel Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instructions, he personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Okay. The Empire then. Tell me a bit about the Empire. Yes, of course, this is the Empire. This is Vardenfell district of the province of Morrowind, and Morrowind has been part of the Empire for over 400 years. The current Emperor is Uriel Septim, 24th the Septim line. You haven't been in prison for that long, have you? Nothing wrong with your head, is there? The man said you were acting a little strange when they brought you in from the ship. Yeah, I had this weird nightmare or something. So about my duties. This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Chaos Gosades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Chaos Gosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. Your journal has been updated. Directions to Chaos Gosades has been added to your inventory. Package for Chaos Gosades has been added to your inventory. 87 gold has been added to your inventory. Nice. So tell me a little bit about Balmora then. Balmora is north of Sedanin. The road passes Pelagiad village and Fort Pelagiad, crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, then turns west across the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora, on the east side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to Alone, the scout at Ariel's trade house here in Sedanin. But take my advice, you're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. Okay. Well, thank you for the information then. Press J to use your journal and review what you've been told. You should probably check out Ariel's trade house up on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. Here we are.
From where do you hail?
Hello, I'm from Cyrodiil. Are you the one the boat dropped off? Out to see a boat arrive at that time of the day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. The ring, huh? I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring. Family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? Yeah, actually, I found it. Here, take it. You found it? Amazing! Thank you, thank you. You're now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Real who runs the trade house here. Go see him, he'll be happy to see you now. Your journal has been updated. Engraved ring of healing has been removed from your inventory. Nice. Alright. So this is the beginning. The story of fame in Morrowind. There we go. I'll see you guys next episode.